What's good, y'all? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, aka Petey Mac. Man, get on up here, pull you up one, light you up one, kick your shoes off, relax, baby. You around family, we on the porch. It's Pete McCorvey's Porch Talk. Let's do this. What's good, everybody? It's your country cousin Pete McCorvey, aka Petey Mac, and welcome back to another session on the porch, man. We back again, man. It's starting to get a little cool out there, man. I like this because now I can break out my flannels and my Timbs, man. I'm an old school dude. I like what I like. I got the flannels and the Timbs. I ain't got the Chucks on, so I don't look like I'm somebody about to put in work off Crenshaw and Slauson. I look like somebody who should have been an extra on season 1 of New York Undercover with Eddie Torres and J.C. Williams, man. So, like, yeah, I love to bust out the butters, kid, you know what I mean? Let me not mess with them cats from New York, man. This week, man, it was, hey, man, former Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, hey, she let that Oakland come out of that. East Bay came out over this past week, man. She had a speaking engagement this past week in D.C., and she was just talking, man, and then somebody in the audience, like, stood up and asked her what was she gonna do about what was going on, like, with something, like, I think with, like, healthcare and all this, that, and the third. Kamala stood up and said, I'm not the president. She said, you need to talk to the person you put in office. Oh, yeah, and the room went up, y'all. Like, everybody started cheering. Like, Kamala was pretty much like, hold on, wait a minute, motherfucker. Look, I done had enough of this. Like, now she's like, yeah, I ain't the one, the two, or the three. Hey, that auntie came out. You know how when you saw her in, like, speeches and debates, how she had that look on your face like your auntie, like I'm going to let you say your bullshit, but you getting close to that line, and I'm gonna go on ahead and let you know how I feel. That's what Kamala finally did. Now, I feel on what she said. My only thing is, where was this at when you was VP? First of all, we didn't even see you at all when you was VP. We couldn't, like the old people say, we didn't see how to hair your ass for 4 years, man. Like the 2 or 3 times you did pop up, I was like, oh shit, Joe Biden's vice president? And there, so don't be saying like, oh, she couldn't do nothing, she's vice president. Nope, y'all didn't say that shit when Joe Biden was in there. And hell, we always saw Joe Biden, he was somewhere shaking hands, talking shit, cussing somebody out. Like, we didn't see. So I wish she'd have had that same energy. Hell, I wish we just saw any energy, doing her, if you want to call her vice presidency. Because, yeah, I really didn't like we get to see auntie like that. I mean, I always knew she had an inner, because if y'all remember the presidential debate they had during the election last year, she was talking about Trump. She said, and this candidate, the way she paused, she wanted to call Trump a motherfucker. She wanted to say, this motherfucker here, but she had to remember, like, I'm on TV. I'm vice president. I can't do that. I can't let that Oakland come up out of me. So yeah, it was good to see her go there. Like, hey, like Midget told Jason at the end of New Jersey Drive, nice to see that fighting your dog. But yeah, I mean, it's a little too late for that now. So, but I feel on it though. Like I said, she came out. I thought she was gonna come out of shoes for real. Yeah, man, that was wild, man. So we're gonna move on from that. We're going into music, and before we move into music, I gotta collect myself, y'all, cause this one, I got a heavy heart on this one. R&B legend, yeah, he a legend. I don't care how you feel, and one of the pioneers of this type of soulful music that was coming out in the early 2000s. Neo-Soul, which was kind of a reemergence of soul music that got famous in the 70s. It had emerged like late 90s, early 2000s. D'Angelo passed away Tuesday after a battle that he kept private with pancreatic cancer. Y'all, When I saw that online, I didn't believe it, man. I was just like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Cause, man, this man, his music. I'm an 89er. You know, born 1989, 80s baby. He raised us 80s babies, man. Like we were raised on the music. Some of his shit, we ain't had no business listening to D'Angelo. But still, he was the soundtrack for a lot of our childhoods, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all who I feel bad for, though. I feel bad for his son, Michael Archer Jr. For those of y'all don't know, that's D'Angelo's actual name, Michael Archer. Don't know where you got D'Angelo from, but anyway. That man lost both of his parents. Y'all remember Angie Stone died like 7 months ago. Car accident like right outside of Mobile, Alabama. That man lost both of his parents within a year. Whoo, man. Hey, man, my heart goes out to that young man. God, cover that man with your arms of comforting and healing, because I know he needed right now. But y'all want to know what's crazy, man? So Monday night, some in me just said, watch the movie Belly with star DMX and Nas. You know, Hakeem Johnson was in there, Son Johnson was in there. Y'all know him as Wee-Bey from The Wire. And Tara Hicks, y'all remember her. She was Jane, the black chick on A Bronx Tale. I don't know, just some just say, hey man, I'm gonna watch Belly tonight. And of course, you know, the scene where they coming up in the dope game out in Omaha. You know, they playing Devil's Pie. You know, fuck the slice, want the pie. By D'Angelo, during the ending credits, they have an acapella version of Devil's Pie. And for him to be gone the next day, that's crazy. Because you know something? Like, remember I told y'all a few episodes back when Malcolm Jamal Warner had died. And I told y'all the day before he died, I watched the 1995 HBO movie Tuskegee Airmen. And the day before that, I just decided to watch episodes of Malcolm and Eddie. This is kind of, like I said, I don't know if God is like telling me, hey, listen to this or watch this and appreciate this person, why I still got them here. Because I'm finna call them on. Because even when Angie Stone passed, there's no bullshit, y'all. A couple of days before her accident, one of my favorite songs of Angie Stone's is Stay for a While featuring Anthony Hamilton. I just popped it in. When I pop it in, ain't no CD. I put it in on Spotify and listen to it. Because that used to be my jam round about like 9th grade, 10th grade. I used to love that song. And then so now I'm scared that something just come to me like, hey, I want to watch this. Now I'm nervous. Now it's like, so who and whatever I'm listening to, I'm watching is going to leave us. I'm scared because, like I said, this is the third time, and this year alone, that's happened. Man, you know, like I said, man, D'Angelo gave us everything. First of all, he gave us Brown Sugar, the album and the song. You know, the song Brown Sugar. So come to find out, I thought the man was sitting there just talking about just a woman. So apparently it's a double entendre. You're talking about a woman, and he also talking about weed, which is crazy because I ain't never heard weed referred to as brown sugar. Because the way people can argue that they said skin is caramel with the cocoa eyes, even got a big sister by the name of Chocolate Thai. Y'all know Thai sticks. That's if you partake in marijuana, you familiar with Thai sticks. But I ain't never heard weed referred to as no brown sugar. I'm gonna be honest, the only time I heard something brown, that's that heroin, that boy, that Ricky Schroeder, you know, white boy, you know, that dog food that's brown. So I don't know where everybody talking about that was double entendre for weed, but also on that Brown Sugar album, he had 2 other songs that I loved on there. But 3 other songs, I take that back. One, he had Lady. Ignore my lady. That's actually the first song I'm going to say that I like paid attention and recognized of D'Angelo. He also had the title track Brown. No, I mentioned that already, I'm sorry. He had Lady. And then he had another song. This is the only time I ever seen somebody like legit make profanity the title of their song. That's Shit Damn Motherfucking. For those of y'all, if you ain't never heard it, if you seen The Best Man, you know Shit Damn Motherfucking. As a matter of fact, a lot of women I know say that's one of their favorite tracks. And fellas, let me tell you like this. If a woman say that Shit Damn Motherfucker is her favorite track, that motherfucker nasty. And I'm just trying to figure out how D'Angelo, how he was able to sit up there and think, damn, what can I use? Where can I make the chorus? Shit. What do I make chorus? Damn, I can't think of nothing. What do I want to call this chorus? Motherfucker. That's it. Shit. Damn. Motherfucker. Oh, yeah. Couldn't nobody but D'Angelo be able to sit there and say, I'm going to take 3 cuss words and I'm going to make it a smooth ass hook, which he ended up doing. Now, this last track I'm going to mention on that album, Brown Sugar, for some reason, I thought when I expressed my opinion about how I feel about this track, I thought people were going to give me hell, but nobody has gave me hell about it. And that is Cruisin', which was, he did an updated version of the 1970s classic by the legendary Smokey Robinson. And I have said this, I posted it online, hadn't got anybody to say hell no, his version is smoother than Smokey's. And I've had a lot of people agree. Matter of fact, one of my frat brothers, his father is a musician. I'm talking about like old school musician, like appreciates Motown, because that was when he was in the prime of his life. He said, my father is an old school musician and he listens to nothing but Motown. He said he felt the same way. It was so matter. The reason one I like it, because one, his rendition is what I heard before Smokey's. I'll never forget where I heard it. So it was a couple of years old. I was at my older brother's wedding reception in 1998. Because I've always loved music. I mean, I'm like, damn, bro, you were 9 and people. I've always loved music. I've loved music since I probably could. Before I could walk, I've always had a thing for music. And I remember listening to it like him, you're gonna fly away, plans you gonna. I'm like, damn, this shit is smooth. And like I said, I will take his rendition over Smokey's any day. Like, man, like when I first got stationed in San Diego, and it was a CD at the time because I ain't have Spotify. If it was sunset and that CD was in arm's reach, I'm putting on Cruisin' by D'Angelo, and I'm riding out seeing that sunset over Pacific, seeing that sky be orange and purple, and them palm trees just looking as beautiful as they look in that California dust sky. And you couldn't tell me, because I had before I got my 2015 Honda, I had a 2012 Nissan Versa. You couldn't tell me my 2012 Nissan Versa wasn't like a 1962 sky blue Chevy Impala on them Dana Danes, them Daytons, just rolling down the street and I'm cruising. So I love how his music, that song just, as he said, let the music take my mind, free myself, and I find. So yeah, that's why I always say I'm gonna put that over Smokey Robinson's version every time. But we can't forget about his collaboration he did, because he did a lot of collaboration, but the 3 that stand out to me, first one, I'm pretty sure this the one that had So Many Babies Made, so many people realized they was in love with somebody and probably had a lot of toxic relationship reconciled that didn't. And there's nothing even matters with when I say late, I don't mean she dead. I mean late because I asking her to be on time. Lauryn Hill. Off her album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That, like that, and he goes, nothing to you, nothing to you, I'm to you, nothing to you. That's a man who was like putting in work to get a woman. And the other one he had, where he was with another dude that was just one of my favorite artists, and that's Raphael Sadiq, who was with Tony before he went on to have his own legendary solo career, and that's Be Here. You know, you should be here with me, babe. You should, you know. Even though the music video, I was like, why do you just look like that in a motel? What's going on? But like I said, he gave us some great music, and for the ladies, he gave them eye candy because ladies, if I got some female listeners, I won't go not mention it because I know y'all like, how you gonna say it now? I'm gonna mention the video for his song Untitled, better known as How Does It Feel? Because that's what he had to end up putting in parentheses because nobody knew the name of the song was Untitled. It was called. So he just put Prince, look, that's what everybody called him, How Does It Feel? People used to call the radio and say, hey, can you play that D'Angelo, How Does It Feel? I don't know one lyric, and I'm pretty sure no women don't know one lyric. I used to hate when that music video used to come on. Because, boy, that man used to make me feel like I got to go do some push-ups, man. But every girl would be around the TV like, oh, my God. And I'm just like, girl, you don't even understand the lyrics. Because I'm going to be honest, he scattered his way through that whole song, but it was smooth. I just want the man. Like, I don't think nobody will suggest How Does It Feel for karaoke. Because I don't think nobody really know the lyrics. But you ask them women, they don't give a damn and they don't care. So like I said, R.I.P. to Michael Archer Sr., better known as, and will always be known as, D'Angelo. Rest well, big homie, and go walk with the ancestors. Talking about R&B singers from back in the day. You can say he back in the day, even though he's still doing the thing. He be acting and other stuff. My boy Mario. Mario was out there in Fresno, y'all, at the fair. Had a performance at the Big Fresno Fair out there in Fresno, California. And Mario was performing Let Me Love You. And a cameraman got on stage. And Mario's like, man, get off the stage, bro. Then he went to say, hey, man, get the fuck off the stage, nigga. And everybody like, I can't believe he did that. And this, hey, man, I don't know why y'all got shocked when he did it. Y'all don't remember when Mario did that at the Versus a couple years ago? Y'all ain't gonna see. That's the thing. Y'all need to stop underestimating these R&B singers. These boys ain't soft, man. Like, I done heard some stories, and we can look up and see. So, hell, you watch Unsung on TV One. These damn R&B singers be going harder than the damn rappers. Hell, did y'all know about the Jodeci and all the stories they got? Mario ain't no punk. Hey, man, y'all forget Mario from Baltimore, man. Baltimore, Maryland. Home of the Wire. Mario ain't nothing to play with, man. Y'all better leave big homie alone. But yeah, man, Mario had to go here to go. He had to channel his Baltimore ways, man. I ain't mad at it. I feel it, man. That man trying to get in the vibe, do his thing, and you sitting there with your camera out, you throwing his ambiance and shit off. So I ain't mad at Mario, but like y'all said, I can't believe he did it, man. Mario a real one, man. Leave him alone. Like now we talking about new music. So Currency must be running a little series or something because he just released a new album called 1015. You know, first one he did was 8:30. Last one I think was 9:15, and now this is 10:15. it was, I give it a solid 7. It wasn't like the last. The last one was, it was that lifestyle. This stuff was kind of like it. I mean, his interludes was funny, but it's something to listen to. I don't know about replayability as much one as like the other two, but it was definitely something. Wasn't a bad listen. Eric Bellinger, he released his deluxe version of It All Makes Sense. So I have never heard, I'm not gonna lie, Eric Bellinger is like the Lil Russell of R&B. He always got so much music. Matter of fact, I remember watching an interview with actress singer Ryan Nicole Brown. For those of y'all don't know who that is, if y'all watch Lincoln Heights, that was Lizzie Sutton on ABC Family's Lincoln Heights back in the day. And they was asking about people she liked, and she mentioned Eric Bellinger. She's like, that dude has so much stuff saved up on his computer and all that. It's just, he like for real. Every time I look up, I'm always discovering new Eric Bellinger music. That man is like the Lil Russell of R&B, like I said. Just always got it. This one was pretty good. I give it an 8 out of 10. A lot of Afro beats. He had a lot of Afro beats in there. But Eric Bellinger, he'll never disappoint. I ain't never heard a project or a song and think, man, this man on his bullshit. Yeah, Eric Bellinger one. And for those y'all don't know, he actually married to Megan Good's older sister. So hey, so when he sing from the heart, because he must have got her, and I think they got a couple kids. So, hey, homie ain't playing, so he won that in my book. He got he got Megan Good's older sister. Because hey, if y'all see Megan Good's older sister, she up there too. Now I'm talking about new music. So these next couple of songs, I'ma mention, they new to me, but they ain't new at all. First one I'm gonna talk about is Gucci Mane featuring Pooh Shiesty and Sir Mix-a-Lot. Is on his 2001 album Ice Daddy, and that's Posse on Boulder Crest. That was like his updated rendition of Posse on Broadway by Sir Mix-a-Lot. Now I'm mad that I didn't know about this song right here, because I lived in Atlanta. Matter of fact, I lived literally a stone's throw away from East Atlanta when I lived in Atlanta in 2012, 2013. And, I used to live in Washington State, Tacoma, like right down the street from Seattle. I pride myself on being a big hip-hop head. So for me to have lived in both of those areas and never have heard of this, I'm mad at myself. But hey, it flowed so good. It had like that Atlanta trap vibe to it. Gucci was doing his own rhyme, but he still was giving, he still was like, gave it the same vibe that Sir Mix-a-Lot gave in Posse on Broadway. And matter of fact, Sir Mix-a-Lot did the hook. My posse is on Boulder Crest, and it didn't sound like it aged at all. It sounded like somebody said, hey, we need to say my posse on Broadway. My posse's on Broadway. And then somebody said, now my posse's on Boulder Crest. My posse is on Boulder Crest in 1988. It looked like he said both of them the same exact day. Pooh Shiesty, he did what he do. He ain't really my speed, but I feel it. Yeah, so I've ran that back like 5 times. Now this last song I'm gonna mention, I am so mad at myself, especially since I've been a fan of this man for like the last 4 or 5 years. I got on him in the pandemic, and I thought I went back and listened to a lot of his stuff, but obviously still some more stuff I need to listen to. My man Freddie Gibbs and his song Heaven Can Wait on his 2012 album Coldest Day in Hell. How in the hell have I never heard of this song? Because it fit that lifestyle rap that I love so much. Like, honest to God, the way I felt about hearing Heaven Can Wait is the same way I felt the first time I heard Summer Snow by Larry June. So I know that them two for the next few years on Spotify, them gonna be my number 1, my number 2 songs that are gonna get constant rotation when they do the end of the year wrap up in Spotify. So I'm so mad at myself. Kicking Gibbs, I'm sorry about that. Guap, I'm sorry that I just got on your song. But yeah, man. So that's all the music I done heard this week. And now, like I said, the problem when I get through with this, I'm going to play Posse on Boulder Crest and Heaven Can Wait. Move on to other stuff. Kim K done lost her natural born mind, man. Did y'all see this new line of underwear? She really like G-strings or thong, and it's got like, look like it's got like a design for like, look like fake pubic hair in the front. For who the hell asked for that? First of all, I don't even like when a woman had that on her naturally anyway. I want the tarmac smooth when I'm coming in for a landing. Some dude like, I need a little hair. No, I don't need no grass on the tarmac, champ. I don't need none. Cause I'll be honest, I can't recall the last time I've been with somebody. Been with a woman and they had a little something. Every one of them been smooth. I don't even think I know what to do. I go there like, oh, is that hair? Wait a minute. Yeah, what half of this? Woo. They, I don't know. Her and Kanye just need to get back together. Them two weirdos. They deserve each other. Just two egomaniac weirdos that need to be just. Let me just move on from there. So we going to basketball. NBA preseason is back. LeBron said it's gonna be his last season. I'm surprised about that because you know what? The last few years, the NBA, we've been seeing the NBA Summer League, and we can credit that to LeVar Ball in 2017 because, like I've said before, if it wasn't for LeVar Ball giving all that hype to his sons in 2017, nobody was paying attention to the NBA Summer League. I'm gonna be honest. I remember that was the first time you could walk into a bar and they had an NBA Summer League. I was in the middle of West Texas doing some military training. And I remember walking into bars and they got the NBA Summer League on. Now, you got to remember, y'all got to know, West Texas, period, that's football country. So him to have that type of, he had that type of, not pull, but he had that type of influence to get them to be able to play that, and they playing it in West Texas. That his man did his big book. I didn't see too much NBA Summer League on like ESPN, like not because I'm saying they used to put it in like Sports Center for the 2 minutes that Sports Center does play. You know something to play? Something I realized by Sports Center, y'all. Sports Center kind of then turned into how 106 and Park and TRL was back in the day. You remember? You'll try to go look at the music videos. They'll pick it up in the middle of the video, play like 30 seconds of it, they'll come back out, and you don't even get to see the finish of it. That's kind of how Sports Center is now. We're showing sports highlights. But one thing I just hope the NBA don't do, I hope they don't do that stupid ass in-season tournament shit again this year. Oh my God, I can't stand that shit, man. It's just pointless. And it hurts my eyes. They put that bright ass stripe that just be hurting my eyes, man. I'm gonna need glasses within 5 years because of that NC tournament. Like Adam Silver, man, get rid of that shit. We didn't ask for it, nor do we want it, because nobody can understand that bullshit. WNBA basketball. First of all, congratulations to the champion Las Vegas Aces for sweeping the Phoenix Mercury 4-0 to become the champs. And also big ups to my Sarah, aka my alpha, and league MVP, who also was the finals MVP, Aja Wilson. So y'all been talking so much about this Angel Reese and Megan Clark. Y'all trying to put all that racial tension and all that, trying to make them Magic and Larry Bird. Meanwhile, she was out here being Jordan. It's like, okay, it's cool y'all doing all that, but I'm finna take the game over. This game is mine. So congratulations to her for that. See y'all next summer for WNBA. But I'm also happy because when pro basketball come around, That means in a couple of weeks it's going to be November. And y'all know it started November. My favorite time of the year, college basketball. Let's go Duke. Maybe we can go a little further this year than we did last year. I don't know because Cooper Flag gone. So, John Shire, you got to retool some things, man. You got to retool some things. In NFL football, man, my Broncos squeaked past the Jets 13-11. I'm going to say this, the Broncos don't do nothing else. We're going to have us some good defense because I can tell by this score, the defense kept us in the game. All I'm just saying is Sean Payton don't let the defense get worn out like they did a couple seasons ago. They just start saying, fuck it, we can't just keep y'all in the game. Y'all ain't going to put nothing on the board. We ain't going to be out here killing ourselves. The Bengals beat the Steelers last night on Thursday Night Football on Prime, 33-31. And I'm shocked by two things because I didn't know Joe Flacco went to the Bengals, and I must be on the rock. When the hell did Aaron Rodgers go to the Steelers? It seems like the Steelers just take, damn, your quarterback at the end of the rope. I shit, we'll take him for a little bit because remember they did that with Russell Wilson and all that. But yeah, man, it was, and I'm not going to lie, Mike Tomlin, he wasn't even too happy about Joe Flacco. He was like, why in the hell would you trade him? He said in a press conference, like, I don't understand why you would trade him to the division rival. Like, what was the point of that? Like, Mike Tomlin ain't never been one to hold his tongue, man. But yeah, it was just, college football, man. College football was just, Florida State, man, just, it really look like it's about to be a 4-8 year. It's about to be a 4-8 year. They lost to Pitt 34-27. Unranked Pitt at that, and now with that, Florida State is out the top 25. They was 25, so now they out the top 25. Just Florida State, did they spend all the energy they had for the season on Alabama? Because it's like against Virginia, Miami, and now Pitt. It's just like, did y'all realize y'all come to play D1 football? Like, what's going on? And Mike Norvell, I don't understand why somebody don't fire Mike Norvell, because I don't get it. He ain't really produced shit since he been there. Penn State fired their coach, and he was 104 wins to 45 losses in his tenure. And Penn State like, yeah, that ain't gonna cut, which is a hell of a percentage. Florida State just like, yeah, we pretty much like how people who do gentle parenting, hey, don't do that no more. And he does it again. I'm seeing 4-8 for the season. Cause like I said, if we lose to Florida, as shit as Florida looking, I don't know. Like, I'm really gonna get online and start saying y'all need to fire Mike Norvell. The Red River rivalry. Man, Texas defense stepped up, man. Texas beat number 6 Oklahoma 23-6. And it looked like when I was watching the game, every time you look up, you just saw a defensive player running the opposite way with the ball. It looked like he was running uncontested for the goal line. So, really ain't got nothing to say about Arch Manning this week, but I'll tell you one thing, that Longhorn defense, hey, them boys came to play. Now, this next one was just, I'm still in shock. Number 2, Oregon got upset by number 7, Indiana, 30-20. First of all, when you think of D1 football, you don't think of Indiana. Like, hell, I'm gonna be honest, people ain't really thinking of Indiana in basketball no more. Because I remember when I was growing up, Indiana, they was up there in basketball all the time. But then again, they was coached by crazy-ass Bob Knight, who was a dictator for perfection. But yeah, like Oregon number 2, and just like I said, the Pac-10, once it got dismantled, well, it was the Pac-12, not the Pac-10, I'm dating myself. Pac-12, once it got retooled and dismantled, I don't even know what's. But yeah, Oregon losing to Indiana 30-20. That's just wild. Like I said, 2025 NCAA football season, man. It's just, Anything goes. It makes for exciting TV, but it's also giving us some WTF moments, man. And speaking of WTF moments, I'm going to talk about this last thing I'm going to talk about before I get up out of here. Mississippi, my home state of Mississippi. A lot of high school, couple colleges had their homecoming, and they gave us some WTF moments. Wow. 4 shootings occurred at football homecoming games around Mississippi. First one was at school I attended for 2 years, Alcorn State. 1 person was killed. Then it was Heidelberg High School's homecoming. 2 people were killed. Jackson State's homecoming shooting, 1 person was injured. But this last one was Leland High School. 10 people were killed. Now, people be asking me, why do I not like going home? And this is the reason why I don't like going home. Because I hate to say it, and if anybody from Mississippi listening, don't get on my head. I'm just going to keep it real. I don't like going home because I'm not from an area like, LA, Atlanta, Houston, New York. There's not a lot of stuff that can occupy young people's time. Because these are all young dudes that did, or YNs as y'all love calling them, which I really wish y'all stop calling them YN young niggas, because that's why they act like that, because y'all done kind of made it something like a badge of honor, and they just think that's something to know. That's just like when Thug became popular in the 80s, 90s, and 2000. People wear it as a badge. It's not. So they don't really, like I said, if you don't play sports, or you're not in the streets as a young person, you have really nothing to do. That's like I said, that's why I feel like a lot of them kids they go to the streets and they try to navigate the streets if sports don't work out. Because you have no other avenue. You ain't got no arts for them to engage in. It's nothing like, that's like I said, that's why I kind of struggled a lot growing up, because I wasn't athletic. I love sports, but wasn't athletic. And I wasn't a street cat. I wasn't raised like that. I didn't come from that. I wasn't one of them kids that got it out the mud. I didn't like pretending I got it out the mud. I knew I came from a decent background. And I always, growing up in Mississippi, was like, there's nothing for me to gravitate to. And like I said, even the adults, if you don't play sports, or if you're not in the streets, they don't really even pay you no attention. They really don't give a damn about you there. They actually they like kids. They look at you like something wrong with you. Because I hate that they do that, and then, as I'm saying, older people and parents that be doing that, thinking it's cute when their kids do all that thug ass shit and that ratchet ass shit. Then when they go out and hurt somebody, they go to jail. Now they want to cry. I can't believe this, and oh my God, where did I go wrong? I be looking at them like, how much time you got? Because I can tell you where you went wrong. But a lot of times you can't say nothing to them, because a lot of people, they don't want you saying that to their children. Especially, I'm going to tell you one thing. I can't really say nothing to nobody, because everybody, number one thing people want to say, you ain't never had no kids. You ain't got no kids. You ain't got right telling somebody or a parent what they do need to be quiet. You know that's funny, because here's the thing. When people who are like people in the community, like teachers and counselors and other people, got to deal with your fucked up ass child every day, fuck all that. We do gotta say. But you know what I say, and you'll hear it all the time. Them same people, you ain't got no kids, do that. Don't tell them what to do, kid. Main one want to holler. Well, you know it take a village to raise a child. Nah, but when they do that, they want the village to praise you for how great the child is. They don't want you to let that child know, get on that child's ass when they fucking up. Because you ask your older people, you ask your parents, your grandmama and all them, they'll tell you when they was coming up, they said, man, if I got my ass whooped at school, and I'm walking home, and I'm either kind of limping from getting a paddling at school, or I'm crying, my neighbor could ask me, hey, why you crying or why you limping? And I tell them, then they tear my ass up, and then they tell my mama, say, I'm going to go home and tell your mama, and then my mama and them tear my ass up. But you can't do that no more. And that's why I told somebody older I know I talked to, who half his damn advice I take with a grain of salt, because he don't know what the fuck he be talking about half the time. But I give anybody who older respect, because that's just how I was raised. Despite me, now that I'm older, I question authority. Still deep down in my essence of who I am, I'm still going to respect people older than me. That's how I was raised. That was ingrained in me. But I call bullshit. And they all said, you ain't got no kids, you need to do that. I said, okay, well then, I don't got no kids. I said, then don't be hitting me with that. It takes a village to raise a child. No. I said, no. Because if I can't tell you what you are doing wrong, because all y'all, it ain't nobody getting parent advice. It's we see you like, you doing too much, bro, with this kid. And this ain't me. This is me as a person who was a kid, because obviously you forgot to be a kid, or just me knowing the climate of what these kids did with every day. I'm not telling you don't punish them or do what you got to do, but just kind of look at it a different angle, man. I'm an outside just viewer. I said, if you don't want me to try to tell you where you kind of a little too hard at this, that, and the third, because I ain't got no kids, when I see that motherfucker fucking up, I ain't gonna say nothing. I said, I see him still in the car. Well, you should stop. No, I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no kids. So I ain't got the right to tell him nothing. He can go to jail. And he be like, man, I can't believe you. No, because I ain't got no kids. Because this is my thing. You can't have it both ways. That's why I say that all them people that screaming, it take a village to raise a child, man, like Angry Man said, man, sit your ass down. You just want to say that because it sounds good. This is the thing I'm learning about life. People in life. People say a lot of shit because it sound good. We don't want to look like, well, you a fucked up person because you do. No, it sound good to say certain shit. Usually, like, I'm going to say this about on the job. Derail a little bit. Like, when you got a manager and a supervisor come in, they say, well, I don't like to micromanage. That is cold word for I'm finna micromanage the shit out of your ass. Every supervisor I done had that say, I don't like to micro, I roll my eyes right, like, oh my fucking God, here you go. They're like, man, why you do that? I said, because you're going to be on my end every time they did that. Don't give you no room to breathe. Can't sneeze without that motherfucker right over your shoulder. But as y'all doing in that, like I said, they don't have, and then it's people who, even some of the people homecoming, like somebody put this up, y'all making jokes about it and stuff, and that's why nobody takes it serious. I seen one person at one of the homecomings. Y'all know this little running thing they got online, like nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. That person put it, nothing beats, and then nothing beats homecoming, and then I'm like, why that shit funny to you? Somebody's dead. That is not funny, and it's just, it gets to me so much because we want to sit there and we want to say, we want to blame like psyops from the CIA. They try to disfranchise, they try to fuck us up. But here's the thing. A lot of these things we do, black people, they are self-inflicted wounds. Because we praise dumb shit. We do. And we don't want to tell nobody they wrong. We don't want to call nobody ignorant. And we don't want to put foot to each other's asses. We don't want to police ourselves. So since we don't police ourselves, then the real police finna come in and police us. And they throwing our little boys away, 25 to life left and right. And it's so scared because if you have a little black boy that's on track to do the right thing, he's ostracized and he got to deal with that from this side with us, and then he got to go out there in the world and he got to have these people looking at him like he like what they see, and y'all pushing the media every fucking day. The YNs, y'all be low-key worshiping and ogling subconsciously, and that will fuck with him. It's like he got no refuge nowhere. So we doing this to ourselves, and we need to stop it for real. Anyway, that's been my time on the porch this week. If you want to find me on social media, look up my name on Facebook, Instagram, PDMac10, PETEYMAC10, TikTok, PDMac89, same as Instagram, drop the 1 to 0, add an 8 and a 9, you know. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, sorry. Like my post, share them, comment. Just help me get them numbers up, man. But you know what? Until next week we get on the porch, y'all be cool, stay calm, and get paid. Later.